Welcome back, everybody, to another video on this channel. Today we're talking about the acquisition I made a few months back, which was I bought a $5,000 website off of Flippa, the marketplace for websites. And I just want to go over how that went, what I've changed about the site, how I think the investment is going. If you haven't seen that original investment video to see how I evaluated the website, what it's like to use Flippa, you can go visit that video, and I do recommend it, but you can also just watch this video and you'll get a good picture of what the investment's all about. Let's hop into the data. Here's Google Analytics, and you can see I acquired the website back in January, so 2020 is going to be a good year for getting an accurate representation of how much this website is going to return yearly. In the first video, I said I was going to shoot for at least 30% return on investment, ideally more like 50 or 100%, but a 30% return on investment is actually fantastic throughout the course of a lifetime. The only problem is when you buy a website, it can be very volatile. So like if I bought a website and it got 30% the first year, 30% the next year, but then it tanked down to zero, it would not be a good acquisition because then I'd only have returned 60% of my investment. So it's still kind of risky, and that's why you really want to get your return as fast as possible on websites. But if I get a 20 to 30% stream of income and it lasts longer than 3 or 4 years, then I'm going to be in good shape with my acquisitions. You can see bought it in January and the user count was kind of low. I started doing a lot of SEO right off the bat. Talk about a little bit of what I did there. And you can see it kind of has grown over time. Around March, I was realizing that the website was not returning the visitors that I thought it would, especially based on the amount of SEO work I was doing. So the thing I noticed from Search Console, from Google Search Console, which is their way of developers looking into what they think of your website, the problem was the website was extremely slow. And the reason that I found out is that I was running my website through what's called Cloudflare, which is they give you a security certificate for free, and they protect your site from distributed attacks and stuff like that. So it's a good service to use. I use it for most of my websites, but I noticed that with Cloudflare and Ezoic combined, it was slowing down my website. Ezoic being the way I was monetizing the website, because I had an idea that I should be able to just install Ezoic, and by doing so, I would optimize the revenue and already get a higher return on investment than what I purchased. However, the slowness of the website was making it rank. It wasn't ranking well. I think in March or so, I removed Cloudflare, and so I started getting more users. And so as you'll see, did I start getting a better return on investment? And no, you can see it went from 20. I mean, this was a bad week, and then 21, 20, $18. This week was shortened, but so was I really making more money after doing that change and getting more users? No, I was not. So I was kind of disappointed with Ezoic, and I thought it was still kind of slowing down my website, even after making the change of removing it from Cloudflare. So I switched off of Ezoic and went back to Google AdSense, and here's what I've seen since then. $23 was the first full week that I installed it, because I installed it April 10th. And then $21, and then we're not quite done with this. Actually, we did finish that week, didn't we? And we got $19.41. Hopefully we get back up as we start optimizing a little more on the website. So that's how the revenues looked. Obviously, if we get an average of $20 a week, then 52 weeks in a year, that's $1,040 from ads in a year, which would be a 20% return on investment off my initial $5,000. However, let me talk about revenue streams and how there's actually more revenue streams than just these ads. I do expect these ads to be much better come November, December. That time period, typically you see a lot higher return on investment. So if I started making $40 a week or whatever, then it would definitely bring up my average ad return on investment above that 20%. But right now I'm getting a base 20% return on investment there. Now, let's go into what changes I made so that we can then talk about how I'm also generating revenue from other ways. It didn't look terrible. Like, it looked like a forum website. Nothing was really optimized for SEO though. Like, what does the help desk mean? What does introduce yourself mean in terms of if someone's searching on Google? Why would I want that? I did have a lot of immediate concerns that I wanted to fix on here in terms of how to title these threads, how to group the threads, and generally what to do there. So here's the website looks like now. There's a big old ad right here, and sometimes you'll see that ad. Let's do a refresh, see if we get it again. Sometimes you won't, depending on how Google AdSense thinks you will want the ad. So yeah, here's another one. This one's great. Get paid to write situation. I've gotten a lot of ads that are like 10 cents per click, and I'm getting like 29, 40 clicks, whatever it is, per day. And if the cost per click went up, then my earnings per week would go way up, which is the goal. So I'm going to do a lot of work now on trying to get more context clues on the website to get higher cost per clicks. Because yeah, I don't want 10 cents per click. That's pretty bad. So anyway, it looks a lot more like a modern form design, especially when you get into the individual posts. So check this out. The modern design is like, the name's over here on the left. It's a bunch of text and it's very focused in on that specific text. Already you might be able to see some of the areas where I've done some extra monetization though. So in pretty much every post on this website, there's going to be a link that if you click on it, it will take you to a website that'll get me commission from your business. So I went through a lot of the old posts that were already ranking. I added some new posts that for people to read, and all of those I added a bunch of affiliate links. I have been getting some referrals over time that have been converting. I would expect to get another, $200 to $500, anywhere in that range, from these sites over the course of the year. And if I do that, that's another 4 to 10% return on investment a year. The third way, and I'm most excited about this one as it grows, beyond affiliate links, beyond ads, is that you get a big prompt that says, would you like to subscribe to push notifications? You may have seen a prompt like this on websites you visit, but when you visit here, when I first installed the website, I installed push notifications, and then I was worried that it was slowing down the website because I wasn't sure what was, so I uninstalled it. But then April 18th, I reinstalled push notifications, and just in the last 2 weeks, I've gotten from 190 all the way up to 566 subscribed users. I believe that's about 377 that I added this month. Yeah, there it is, 377. And so in 2 weeks, I got 377 subscribers from this website. These are people who I can now reach out and message them over and over and over with offers and affiliate things that they would be interested in. Or I could send them back to the website. The benefit is that now I'm going to send out like 52 messages over the course of the next year to these people. And this list is going to keep growing. At the current rate of 377 per 2 weeks, that'll be 9,802 people on my list. So by the end of the year, I'm going to have quite a few thousands. And every year after that, I'm going to be adding nearly 10,000 people to a push notification list that I can continue to market to. That list is going to have quite a big value. Not sure if it's going to be $5,000 worth a year, but it's going to be a lot of value. I'll update you in a couple months to tell you how this is going and how many programs people are signing up for and what kind of money I'm making from those programs. I will tell you, I had one person sign up for Swag Bucks and made me like $10 right off the back. Based on the actions they took, the things they bought online. Overall, based on the amount of ad revenue I'm getting, this purchase hasn't gone quite as planned. I think there's still a lot of work to optimize the ad revenue, get that up to where I would want it, which would be closer to maybe $50 a week, which would get me above the 50% threshold of return on investment a year. I think when you add in some of these other things, the affiliate commissions and the one signal audience lists, I think I'll be able to get it up to the point where it is returning upwards of 50 or even 100% return on investment. At the moment, it's not. I think we can get there. If you want to know about the website purchasing process, make sure you check out the video that is going to be recommended after this one, which will be the video where I purchased the website from Flippa. Again, the warning there is that Flippa has a lot of scams, so don't just go over there and buy websites. Use the video that I published that I talked a little bit about ways you can find a good website and what to look out for when purchasing a website. hopefully this all helped. If you enjoyed this content, then leave a thumbs up. If you want to subscribe, then you can. I don't really care if you subscribe, but as always, it's your choice. And thank you for watching.